Hello, ladies, gents, boys and girls, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I'm sorry if you can hear my fan in the background. It's currently 30 degrees in the UK at the moment, and it is very hot. But we couldn't stop. Some big news has dropped. The FSLabs team have dropped their Airbus A321 NEO, first payware and actual A321 NEO in the sim. So I handed over my hard-earned, I think it was like £69.50, one of the most expensive planes in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we'll give it a go. We are flying in, of course, the beautiful Jet2 Holidays livery from here in Edinburgh. This is the Edinburgh by Paraguay sim, and we'll be heading down to the island of Zante. Flight time of 3 hours 45 minutes. Let's jump into the aircraft and see if it's worth the money. So, welcome into a cold and dark Airbus A321. Textures are okay. Overhead panel looks really nice. Let's get some batteries on. The only problem, well, there's a couple of problems I have with this aeroplane, quite a few actually. Number one is the GSX integration is okay. How they do it is how they do it, but because GSX is so buggy and it's just so hard to get everything to work, and it's such, you have to go through like menus and this and that just to get bloody ground power or something connected into your aircraft. It is really annoying. So we've got to sit here for a second and wait for the whole process of the GPU turning up. You can hear it. A couple of other problems as well there. Level of detail loading. Every time you switch cameras, there's sort of a stutter and stuff. Performance is okay. It's slightly above the Phoenix. I didn't think you can get any more heavy on frames than Phoenix, but apparently you can. The system depth is brilliant. I mean, if you're really like your Airbuses, this would be a good product to get yourself into. I mean, there's the GPU starting. Outside modelling, as you can see, it's okay. The wings look really strange. They're not quite how they look in real life. For the past 2 years or so, I've flown on these aircraft. Oh, there's the double bang. That's realistic. GPU on. Yeah, I've flown on this airplane for 2 years now. 737-800 and Airbus A321. And this is, it's okay. It looks like it. It'll do. It's passable. Let's say that. So we'll just do our overhead flows, get everything ready. It's very hot, so we get the cold air on, ready for the APU start in a second. And set the QNH. And we'll just turn on everything. And we've got the new radio panels, which is nice. And here we go. We're waking the beast up, and this is where it really starts. So if you're used to the Phoenix Airbus aircraft, this is gonna be a bit of a head scratcher for the time being. So what you need to do is type in your airport origin and where you're going, and then pop it in there. Then you request your flight plan. It will load your route in, as you can see there, like that. And then you type in your call sign. So we are Chanix 26 Mike Alpha, and we are cost index of 5, cruising at 35,000 feet today. And this is the only problem. So we get the APU on in a second. So we get the master APU on. Seatbelt sign on. I'll wait for the flap to be open, and I'll take you through some of the systems on the plane as well. So APU starting. So services. So we've got GPU. Let's request boarding. So I've requested boarding, and yes, I would like the tug to attach now. We'll open the back door as well, and we'll jump down here. And
passengers bus is coming.
We'll go options, fuel. We're going to be taking 12 tons of fuel today, and that's loaded in. And then we'll go to return, and the payload, we're going to be taking a 0 fuel weight of 70.1. I didn't put that in, did I? So this is what I don't understand about the aeroplane. It doesn't load the way you'd normally think about it. So it's got 60 there.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Loose items have closed. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure
So it's been really funny. We'll get the bleed on.
Your seatbelt and nav fastened ready for departure. This is a
I'll get some cold air pumped into the cabin.
for observing this policy.
So the departure's the TLA 6, and then the arrival is going to be the. So on the flight plan it says the runway 16, but the winds aren't favouring runway 16, so I don't know why it's giving me that. We'll put it in anyway and see what it looks like. Yeah, so the approach is wrong, so we'll have to figure it out ourselves, which is no problem. So we'll just change the flight plan to runway 24 or 34, sorry, and we'll see what it gives us there. So arrival, we're going to be going on the VOR 34 on the, I think that's the wrong arrival. It's the NDB 34 Zulu. We're going to be going on the it's going to be the Kilo Foxtrot. Which one does it want us to do? It's giving me a couple here. We'll try and put 71 back in. So it's not changing the gross weight anyway. So the Foxtrot 1 via Zakynthos. Insert, and it should be like a procedural approach coming in.
Passenger's bus is coming.
And there you go, everything looks okay there. So there you go, we've got procedural approach in, we go direct overhead the airport and come in on the flight, on the arrival, sorry, like that. Overhead panel is basically done. Go to ARC, get those done. We're going up to flight level of 60, I believe. Let's just double check. So it's got Navigraph and SimBrief integration as well, which is really good. The Navigraph is very easy, so it's just like the Phoenix. You import it, go there, and then you've got your departures, and then you can pin them, which is really nice as well, so you can have all your charts up that you wish. So this is our departure, the 6. That one there. And it's 6,000 on the well, it's the other departure, sorry, because we're going off of 06, but it doesn't matter. They're both, I've just double checked these on my my iPad as well. They're both 6,000 stop altitude, which is fine. Get predicted wind shear on it. This has a weather radar, but I've just checked the flight plan. We're going over no weather on the way to Zante. It's really nice. And then, as you can see, with the new radio tuning panels as well, very easy. So just to set your squawk, sorry, you just go to ATC, and then you go to auto mode, and then you can go above, below, standard, TAR, ATA. So quite easy. So it's still not letting me put my actual weight in, which is a bit strange. So we'll leave that. We'll let the plane do what it wants to do. This is just a test sector to show you guys what you're paying for. I mean, I've done a couple of flights with this aeroplane now, and I'm still very... It's really weird. I like the plane and I hate the plane at the same time. So boarding's complete, we are ready to go. Well, I'm happy enough, so we'll get the final figures put in. So it's only giving us a 60 zero fuel weight, whatever, I don't mind. That's probably something I'm doing incorrect. And everything looks good there. And then we'll go to performance, or what do I need to do? Any reference have I plugged in? I'll try one more time, just see if it'll go, and it won't. It's just being funny, that's fine. So we can show you the takeoff calculator tool in a sec. Let's just go through and see if I can change it in the weight and balance thing here, which I can't. You can't change any of them, which is a shame. No, nothing. That's okay. Yeah, we'll go to the takeoff performance calculator and plug everything in. So that is the correct temperature. QNH will go. Air conditioning needs to be on, it's so bloody hot. Anti-ice off. We're going to go full length 06. And we'll just double check the weight, which is 72.6. It's given us 72.8. That's close enough. Confirm that. And that's given us 142, 146, 148. 2/up 2.1 on a flex of whatever it was. So 42, 46, 48, and we've got 2/up 2.1 and a flex of 57. And it is indeed 57. So that's everything set up there. We're ready for push and start. Don't think we need to do anything else now, apart from ask GSX to push us back. So we'll go back to connections and services and prepare for pushback and departure.
Locking gear.
So what do I need to do now? Do I need to... Oh, it's doing this again. It's just raising us. So we'll go and continue pushback. I don't know. You see, this is the only problem with the menu. I'd really like for them to just let you use the GSX menu. It'd be so much easier, so much easier. Yeah, it's just we might have to use the other pushback. There you go, finally. So we're going to go nose left, tail right. We can release the parking brakes. So we'll go start switches to start.
Commencing push. All engines are clear. Start at will.
So we'll go. Everything's on. Engine number one start.
We now ask for your attention while we take you through the
I think these are EasyJet safety demo instructions, whatever. We'll go outside and listen to the engine start. So the sounds are actually really nice. I do enjoy the sounds.
Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up,
so we'll set the parking brake as GSX has finished its pushback.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Flotation aids for children.
And we'll go to connections. See, why do they call it connections and not just ground services? It'd be a lot easier.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking the nose gear.
I'll go max auto brake as well, as engine number 2 is coming alive.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
So GSX is getting away, so we'll get the
Left is
APU off.
clear. Right is clear.
And we'll turn the ignition start off and we'll go flaps 2, speed brake arm, normal flow, taxi light on, and we'll go flight controls and we'll trim it to up 2.1. There you go. And the bypass pin has been showed. Flight control check, full right, full left, full forward, full back, and for the rudders, full left, and full right. Flight controls are free and correct. So let's have a slow taxi down to runway 06. it's not really a problem. It's how they've made it. The taxiing is dreadful. Rudders, yeah, you put half rudder and there's nothing, and then it goes full right. It's such a pain to taxi, but it is what it is, so we get on with it. I've dug through all the settings and I can't find anything to help me with it, so we'll just have to go with it. But it's really hard to taxi. I know it looks okay, but I'm at full right at the moment with tapping the brakes so it doesn't go over. I am using my Boeing throttles, I know, for this flight in an Airbus, so after takeoff it might take me a while to get them into climb and flex, and you know, but like I said, it's only a test flight. I just wanted to see if it's any good this plane is, and show you guys as well. I mean, the price they're charging for this plane, for this price you can get the A319, A320 and A321 from Phoenix, with all the engine options as well, may I add. So we'll pull it up there, we'll make sure we disconnect the pedals, and chrono, run on the timer, spool them up to 50%, and let's go flying. So light foot pressure, and let's try and jig him into man flex. Come on, they're there somewhere. Man flex, SRS runway nav blue. Climb. Let's try and fight the thrust lever one more time. They're there somewhere, come on.
Please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened.
Put the autopilot on, we'll have a look ourselves. There you go, thrust climb. Up we go, and we'll go for speed check flaps position 1. Disarm speed brake.
In-flight service, offering you a chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today.
Speed check flaps 0.
You can also purchase a
Taxi
selection
line and turn us off.
together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payments in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. And if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Climbing up to 6,000 quite nicely. There's another thing I forgot to mention as well. This aeroplane does not have wing flex. It's really, really weird. If you look at the wing in a minute when we're taking off, it's stiff as a board. But look at that. So we've got 2 lampposts stuck to the wings. So there's our right hand turn. There you go, look, 0 wing flex whatsoever. I mean, we're in a right hand turn and that wing looks like it's dipping down. I do find as well I get quite a few stutters in this aeroplane. Now I don't know whether it's, I think the problem is what I've been reading on the forum. It's nothing to do with the aeroplane, but GSX, since an update they've done, every plane I've tried to land, the freeze on touchdown is absolutely ridiculous. I have updated GSX since, so hopefully it's gone. But when we land into Zante, I am expecting a freeze of about 8 seconds on touchdown. The freeze is forever. So we've levelled off at 60. So we'll go straight up to 350 and go open climb. Thrust climb, open climb nav. And up we go. And it does command a very aggressive pitch, this aeroplane does. And that is pretty much it, guys, until we get to descending. A couple of teething problems with the aeroplane so far, but it's been pretty sound, and I'll see you in about 3.5 hours when we're descending into Zante. Right, guys, so welcome back into the flight deck. So far so good. A few little things I'd like to talk about with the flight so far. There's something very wrong with the performance on this aeroplane, because I'd probably say hour into the flight, I've had a major stutter of around 30 seconds waiting for something to load. Now, I don't know whether this is the plane.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safe.
They've only started since I've downloaded the plane and started to fly the plane, so I don't want to think it's the plane, but I do believe something is causing the performance to stutter. Especially with swapping and changing wing views, it's atrocious. Apart from that, though, it's handled everything quite nicely. Nothing to report back so far. I'm hoping that the stutter on landing isn't too bad. Because the test sector I did before this into Glasgow, I did Luton to Edinburgh, sorry, not Glasgow, in the 321 neo as EasyJet. And on touchdown, I was stuck nose up for about, I think it was 7 seconds in total, which isn't good at all. But like I said, I don't think it's anything to do with the plane, with the stutter on touchdown. I think it's to do with GSX and ground handling loading. So But apart from that, same approach. QNH is 1013. It's 32 degrees down there. We're going full flat, order brake medium. Should be a good arrival. I did do a RNAV approach in this plane yesterday. I did. Where did I go? I'm trying to think where I went. I can't remember where I went. It wasn't a long flight. I went to Faro. I did the other runway to Faro, and it didn't handle the RNAV quite right. So I was bang on green dart. I clicked approach, or I went into the FMGC and clicked approach, and the VDEV kept jumping up and down. It wasn't happy with trying to catch it. I've done the same approach in the Phoenix hundreds of times and it's been bang on. Haven't needed to watch it that much, but we'll see how it is today. I'm not a real Airbus pilot. It could all be down to user error. I might not be flying the airplane correctly, so make of that what you will. But yeah, we'll try and do as best as we can with this approach. As you can see, we're closing up onto the arrival shortly. Going to be flying over the airport on our outbound sector downwind leg and then cutting back in. So the QNH is 1013 like we discussed. And this is the approach we're doing. So we're going to come over the airport and then it's max 185 for that right hand turn. And then we'll have a look at the arrivals. Sorry if you can hear the banging, it's my blinds. We'll go for like stand 4 or 5. That'll be fine. They're all able to take our aircraft, so that's no problem. I mean, the flight deck modelling looks quite nice. I can't really complain about the flight deck modelling. It's just the outside looks a bit funny. I don't know what it is. It's like the front of the plane as well. It just doesn't look right. They do have a nice new feature that, as you can see, next to the auto brake indicator. So if you look at the auto brake indicator, we've got medium. If you have a look to the right, there's an extra switch. This is wet or dry. Like on the 350 when you have the brake to vacate, so I set it to dry because it's level 6 on the indicator, which just means dry. As you can see, it says dry-6 there, which is brilliant. So that's a new feature on the Airbus, and on our new Neos that my company flies, that is a feature as well that they have. Yeah, just the nose doesn't look too correct, and the modelling's okay. It just looks a bit, it's not refined, if you ask me. Like the Phoenix, everything on the Phoenix, they're like sort of outer modelling and bang on, absolutely bang on. So just about to start the outbound course now. Bit of speed brake out just to control that speed. We've got approach. It says we're really high. I highly doubt that. Speed check, flaps 1. Once we've landed and shut everything down, I'll go through my thoughts on the plane in full at the end. There's flaps 2 with speed brake. Yeah, it just doesn't look right, does it? We'll close speed brakes, alarm them. Lovely. So, still chasing that slope a little bit. Not connections. Where do we brief it? Have we got an update?
2,500.
Which is correct. It's 2,500 feet. It's definitely 1013. Yeah, 1013. I did double check it. Oh, and we've gone through. There you go. That's what I get for not paying attention. So we'll pull that, and we'll just go. There's the thrust coming up. Tell you what, we'll push it in, and we'll level off. We'll have a level segment here just to catch up with the VDEV. So the runway is in sight now. We have not long to go. I'm hoping that we can't be that low. The VDEV has got to come down shortly. That's what I mean about this, guys. just doesn't seem, I don't know what logic it's using or what it's going off, but it's just wrong. So there the VDEV comes down, so we'll go manage speed, 1,000 feet, gear down, gears coming down, I'm happy to go, speed check flap 3, and speed check flap 4, and that is the landing checklist complete. So now it's saying we're high. This is what I don't get about this aeroplane. There's some stuff's not correct with it. So we'll disconnect the autopilot and we'll go up to 5,000 for the go around. And I have control now.
$1,000. 100 above.
So we'll get flight director off and we'll get the bird on.
Minimum.
Continue. Still says we're 4 red, sorry. It's showing basically bang on the VDEV. There's just something not right about this. Anything to do with this approach.
500.
So there you've got 3 red, so we've got a white dot now. It's got pitching up there to maintain that white dot. Absolutely ridiculous. It says we're actually high now. I don't know whether that's a Packy's, you know, RNAV sort of mismatch, but it shouldn't be that bad. There you go, 2 red, 2 white. That seems pretty reasonable now.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 10.
There you go,
5.
we'll hold it there, close to thrust lever. It's really nice to hand fly and do that approach then. Kick out the crab. Down we are. Speed brakes are out, reverses are green. I told you about that stutter. That is definitely GSX.
Max braking. Max braking.
Definitely not max braking. Oh, the auto brake's kicked up. What? Must have that pause. Anyway, brake to the end.
Max braking. Max braking.
I'm definitely not max braking, I can tell you that much. Yeah, those pauses do annoy me. Yeah, I'm going to have to try and figure out what those bloody pauses were. I think I'll delete GSX and do a flight next time without it and see if that fixes the problem. The hand flying of this aeroplane, brilliant. It was a really nice approach, really nice landing. Apart from the guidance was wrong, but it hand flew really nice, and that flare was really good as well. A lot better. The flare logic was a lot better than the Phoenix. Now I know the flare logic in the CEO and Neo are different. However, that was really nice. It was more natural as we clean up the flaps and speed brake. Get the APU on now, but yeah, it was really nice to hand fly. 1 So that's a really big positive in my books.
Be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings.
Lights up, and that I think as well, the pauses are made worse from the level of detail optimization of this aeroplane. Every time I turn the camera, it doesn't do it in any other plane apart from this. It's absolutely horrendous stutters. So this will be our stand. We're going to stand for swing it round. It's so hard to taxi correctly. I'm putting in the largest, most sort of like yawing motion. It's doing nothing. And this is the only problem with the GSX menu not being available. I can't pick my parking spot, so I just have to go with this. I'll have to eyeball it, and we'll call it a day there. So set the parking brake, engine 1 and 2 tank off, and welcome down to Zante. So guys, welcome down to Zante. Quite an enjoyable flight. Just to talk a little bit about the FSLabs. This is the first FSLabs product I've ever bought, and I really wanted an A321 NEO. And it was very expensive to purchase. I purchased it with my own money, and I'm just not happy enough, or I'm not thrilled enough to recommend it to you guys. It's going to be a pass from me at the moment. The flight model's really good, a lot of the systems are really good. There's just some major quirks, issues, and for the amount of money they're charging, I expect it to be absolutely 100% flawless without a single issue or problem, and it's just not in that state. If we look at the PMDG products they launch, they are bang on perfect. You know, they release the 777, the 737, the 777F. There's minor issues, minor issues, but they are all worth the money. Same with the Phoenix aircraft. I mean, I am going to compare them both. The Phoenix, it's head and shoulders above the FSLabs A321. It's just more user-friendly, easier to use. Flight model's not as good. I really do like the flight model on the FSLabs, but I'm going to give it a pass at the moment for that price. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Something a little bit different. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your flight route suggestions in the comments below for the new series I'm doing, where I will do the routes that you guys have chosen. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again very soon in the next video.